Alright, greetings. Sorry, let's try that again. Okay. Alright, greetings, salutations, good day, and highs, guys and gals. So, later on today, there's gonna be the annual conference of Superb Owls taking place in New Orleans, for some of you that may be interested. But right now, we have ourselves a continuing action in the VTF Pro Championships. We're going to have rounds 3 and 4 for today. We're going to have a couple of races taking place at Richmond Raceway. And then we'll have a couple of races taking place at the Chicago Street Course. So let's have a look at the points tables for both VTF 2000 and VTF Pro 2000 as they currently stand. First, for VTF 2000, we have Micah Mallow, who won at Long Beach, currently leading with 62 points, 10 ahead of Mielu. Then in third with 49 points, 3 behind Mielu's 52, we have Kendra Bratton, who won at Gateway. Then fourth is Gomi, and fifth is Poneko, and yes, everyone is on the board here. And on to this next table. We have Amora Lumina in VTF Pro 2000, leading the way with 54 points. Then we have a tie for second between two race winners. Excuse me. We have the Gateway race winner Sky Senfort and the Long Beach winner Elio Lotalich with 44 points, which includes a win and a 17th place finish. And then fourth outright is Fermi Kaipa, and fifth is Pillow Deer. So Fermi Kaipa 40 and Pillow 39, and that's the points as they stand. So I will once again say hello to my good friend from ARO, Adak. Hello once again.
Hello everyone. Nice to see everyone here, especially you, Dag. Anyways, it's round 3 and 4 of the VTF Pro Championship, which is essentially one of the feeder series to the big IndyCar series. Of course, we already seen the first 2 races unfold in both VTF 2000 and the VTF Pro 2000. Now, if you want to know how the hierarchy works, if I am not mistaken, VTF and VTF Pro 2000 are like the Formula 4s and the Formula 3s of the IndyCar racing ladder. Am I right?
Well, VTF 2000 is basically USF 2000. VTF Pro 2000 is basically USF Pro 2000. Yeah. Look up the USF Pro Championships. That's what these VTF Pro Championships is based off.
So essentially, VTF 2000, think of it as like the Formula 4 of basically the IndyCar racing ladder, and the VTF Pro 2000 is similar to the Formula 3. It's like the Formula 3 of the IndyCar racing ladder. And as we've seen with the championship standings here, especially looking at the next races coming up, of course, we have Richmond Raceway, basically a very interesting short track in Virginia. Of course, we are going to be dealing with just about under a mile of racetrack per lap. So, and we are going to expect some high downforce side-by-side racing in this short track. There may not be a lot of speed, but there should still be a lot of racing.
Yeah, so we are going to be racing 50 laps on this 3/4 of a mile track, D-shaped oval, banked 14 degrees in the turns, so moderate banking. 50% damage as per usual in all VTF 2000 races. So expect maybe some calamity on this track for the lowest rung on the Indy racing ladder. But we're just gonna see what happens. We're gonna go straight to the action. Hello, BZ, welcome.
We're gonna nice to see people.
Yeah, we are gonna go straight into the action here. we're gonna skip the track previews for today and see what happens. Here to make a comeback from the last race. Yes, let's see if we can get good results here today. Load.
Yes. All right, so just wanted to give everyone a bit of a context here, just to remind everyone where BZ finished in the first two races. Well, BZ on the first race of the season at Gateway, it was only a 16th place finish there, but it looks to me that the trend is only going up because the last race, BZ did finish in 8th, and it looks to me that we are going to get the qualifying done. We got Feline de Rouge on pole position with Poneko starting alongside.
And then we have in 3 and 4, we have Bono Jim and Mitzi Paz. And then let's have a look at the
rest of the grid. Right. So at the 5th with IU 6, Micah Mallow 7, Mielio in 8th, Bunny Munch in 9th, Ara Rosario in 10th with Nonomiya Mikan in 11th, Gomi 12 with Nyanami Rumi in 13th, 14th is Nyanami Ruru. Okay, man, we got a 7th row of Nyanamis. Anyways, Momori with a 0 on the first O in 15th. Captain BZ, however, is going to qualify 16th. Kendra Bratton in 17th with Paichi Pop 18th. Yancha Go Go Go, or rather Yancha Go Go is in 19th. And Honey the Kawaii Bunny is in 20th place. So we got the 20 cars, 10 rows already lined up. So let's hit the next session and hit race just to see how this race goes.
Yeah, we got all 20 cars on the grid ready to go for this round 3 of 10 in VTF 2000. We're just going to see what happens here. Let's, yeah, challenging start for BZ, but hopefully we may see her go through the entire field, and if she's lucky, she might have a nice finish, maybe a win. But for pole, we have Felinda Rouge and Poneko alongside, so let's see what happens. All right, let's play the music and get to the action. Here we go.
All right, let's hit the race button and see how it goes from here.
All right, we're gonna skip to here, and then we will get to the action.
Alright, so we got the Rouge on pole position with Poneko on second. Let's see how it goes, Dag. Let's see with the safety car peeling into the pits. Let's see how this race goes.
Yeah, don't mind the music choice for this race. I don't know why I use it. But we are set to go here to the green flag, and off we go. What a good start by Poneko. Jumping out
and also
from the start. Go ahead.
Yeah, speaking of which, I just noticed, though, that the outside line actually has been very, very good. You saw the poster actually struggling to get off the line. Mitzi Paul's now into second place. Mialio in third. Rosario is in fourth. The Rouge, though, has a shocking start, and now she's down in 7th as in the field now gets through into the first 2 corners, starting the second lap of this race. Poneko now has a complete control. Not really complete control, but now we get to see possibly 4 wide.
It is 4 wide. Whoa! Yeah.
And how did it crash there? You saw that it's still 3 wide. They're sustaining it for over half the lap already. Missy Paul's trying to stay around the outside. Now IU's gonna make her claim for 3rd place. Rosario, on the other hand, is gonna have to defend it around the outside line. Ooh, and you can see here, and it looks to me IU might just be able to hang on to 3rd place right now. Gomi, on the other hand, is looking to find some space against Poneko.
I have a Chrono in the chat. Hello, welcome again.
And speaking of which, now we have IU now staking her claim into the race lead against Poneko. Poneko now gets shuffled off, and now Mitzi Paul is going to use the inside line to make her move into 2nd place. Mitzi Paul with that white and pink car now makes the move around the inside line as she now makes her way into the lead.
Alrighty, some very nice racing action early on. No incidents early on in these first 5 laps. Here comes Mielu approaching Mitzi Paws and going up in the front, but it's quite bunched up among 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars, with the other 13 cars not too far behind. Gomi side by side with Mielu.
All right, and you can see here she's already making her move down the inside for a race lead. Already 5 laps past her. We're going to see another 3 wide action. And now the Rouge trying to redeem herself from the probably not so good start. But now she's going to get herself back into the lead.
Very good move by Felin. Quite a lot of overtakes for the lead here, as we're seeing Ayu and Gomi. Ayu slowing down a bit.
Right. So we are now going to see Frankie the Rouge. Oh, you see a massive beehive of cars though behind the Rouge, and now Mikan's gonna make her way into 3rd place.
Having a quick check at the back of the field, making sure nothing much is going wrong.
And speaking of which, Mitzi Paws, I've noticed though, like 5 laps ago she was in the front, and now she's currently in mid-table. Just shows you how volatile this pack is right now. 1 lap you're already in the lead, and the next 5 laps you're suddenly at the back. And it's not because you crashed or suddenly you have a mechanical failure or something. It's just that everyone is just finding a way to get past you and to use you as a pick.
Yet another lead change here. Out of nowhere, it's Mikan the Ming. Right here.
More 4 wide action though further back.
Look at that. 3 wide. Sometimes 4 wide.
Alright, so we're just going to continue to look into how it goes for the rest of the field. I just wanted to check the situation here for Ati, who's now currently being exposed around the outside. Ayu's now going to make her move down the inside against Paichi, and now she's going to be the one who takes the race lead.
By half a car length, all Ayu can eat up in front. Gotta watch out for Gomi, who's been close to the front for much of the early part of the race. Here comes Melu. Oh, Kendra, who was in the back at the start of the race, had a brief taste of the top 5, but is backing away a bit. 4 wide.
Ooh, and it's still going on though. I feel like it's because that everyone is probably still flat out here in Richmond. I'm not sure what type of setup these cars are using. If they're using the road course setup, that almost explains it. Because if you are able to go flat out throughout the entire lap, which means you're essentially in the top speed for the entire lap, then everyone's going to be in that top speed, and it's going to be the case of using the slipstream to your advantage to try to break yourself in front. But when you're in front, you have no slipstream advantage, so others are going to be able to get past you with ease using the slipstream that you generate. So this is what it means by pack racing, and now we're going to see a lot of pack racing here. Now we can see here the Rouge now trying to get herself back into the podium positions.
These cars, these Tattoos USF 17s and the Tattoos PM 18s used in VTF Pro 2000, it's all just the same one car setup, no special wings. It's just the same car setup throughout all races. But Indy Lights, there are different wing setups. There's the regular wing setup for road course, street course races, and short ovals, and a special speedway wing setup for longer oval races. Here's just one setup.
And now we get which explains everything, as everyone essentially runs a spec car on a spec setup, and with everyone running with the exact same car, all things considered, we're gonna be seeing even more pack racing. 4 wide, scratch that, maybe 5 wide.
Well, it's currently 4 wide as it stands. I'm amazed how they've gone this long. First 20 laps without any issue, but I'd expect maybe in a few more laps, a car or 3 maybe slowing down or going into pit lane, or even worse, slowing down and stopping in the middle of the track and perhaps causing mayhem to the remaining drivers. But
and speaking of which,
yeah, you never know if and when it'll happen. As we see, overall points leader Michael Mallow currently leading ahead of Yancha and Felin.
Valinder, now we're going to see her go down the inside against Yanchagogo as she now moves herself into second place. Now Mallow is going to have to think about defending, but meanwhile she's also going to have to think about the other cars that are behind her. 4 wide still. How are they still not crashing? I'm just surprised.
4 wide. Oh man.
4 race lead too. And Aponeko is going to try to take her race lead back against Captain Beezy, who initially had a slow start to the season. Now, looking up to her performance, she's now leading this race as we're about to reach the halfway stage.
Oh man, everyone is bunched up, but Gomi is slowing down substantially. Oh, losing ground a bit.
I'm not sure what's happened to her car at the moment, but I fear that the engine isn't outputting the power as intended. Now we're gonna go back into the timing beam. She's definitely losing power. You see her losing 9/10 of a second per lap, which is absolutely not helping her cause. And now she's slowing down even more.
Oh man, look at that. 4 seconds behind.
Oh, that has gotta be a massive gut punch if you support Gomi, or if you're Gomi yourself. That's not gonna look good. Besides, Gomi currently sitting 8th after a podium at, of course, Gateway, and a decent result at Long Beach. This is not what she wants, as she continues to fall further down the field. Now, if this is real life, I would actually retire the car to not cause any further damage to the engine. Meanwhile, for the rest of the field, though, the racing continues to be absolutely crazy, and she stopped on the track!
Oh no! Oh, Gomi luckily stopped there, but
she's out.
Yeah, but unlucky for Gomi. Luckily, she stopped touching and is touching grass. Luckily, the race is still going.
And meanwhile, Rumi's now going to go down the inside against Rosario. Rumi's now going to get into the lead, and now we are going to be seeing even more cars still now going to go down the inside. Where did Momomi come from, you might ask? Well, we don't know, as you now get to see more new race leaders. What parity are we seeing?
Yeah, and Beezy, who was in the lead for a couple laps, finds herself towards the rear of the grid again. Oh man, look at all these cars bunched up. Dramatic swings in position in just a few laps, as we will come down to 19 here, with Micah Mello currently leading. Yanami Ruru striking, though, goes up in front.
And you now get to see Bratton now trying to make a move down the inside this time. We are now under 20 laps to go. Rumi now is going to try to make a move into the race lead again. The parity is absolutely crazy. Now, you see, though, between the 19 remaining cars, and there's contact between Rosario and Bono Jim. Bono Jim is now losing touch, I believe. I think she has messed up the first 2 corners, and now she's get herself back on the group, but now she's back in the mid-pack. This is actually very scary, though. As the driver, you don't want to be in the mid-pack in this, in basically a pack racing field, because if a driver crashes in front, then you're just gonna be involved in a crash regardless.
And I'm just worried about Bono's car. It does seem to be slowing down, but I think it's still going, just currently way down there. Ah, man. Beezy's car is
still
a bit behind, but
it's currently at I think she might have a chance.
Yeah, she says she could hopefully come back. Just need to catch up with the rest of the field, but laps are quickly diminishing.
It's dwindling down as we speak. Yeah, 15 laps to go, and now we're coming into 14. Katabisi, though, is trying to find a way into the inside left, but Bunny Munch, though, is also going to be in the mix here.
There was
4 wide still.
There was a brief taste of 5 wide towards the back.
Ooh, yeah, we saw that. That just shows you how close the racing has been. Meanwhile, Afi is also making a move. Meanwhile, Rosario and Yanchagogo has been very consistent up in the front for around the mid-race period. But now going down the inside is Bono Jim, who, remember, around 3 to 4 laps ago, she was falling down from the pack. And now we're going to see her get herself back at the race lead. Remember when I said about parity and all that stuff?
Yeah.
This is what we call parity in full force.
parity really great to see, especially in a spec series like this. Just driver talent determining
driver talent and the talent.
Yeah.
Anyways, you see the gaps though between first and 19th, though 1 second between the last place driver and the first place driver, and between them 17 other cars separate the leader and last place. And now Rumi is gonna go down the inside of Bono Jim, and we're now coming into the final 10 laps.
Both the Anami sisters had at least a taste of the lead so far in this race here in Richmond.
So we are just going to continue with the current progress right here. And we see a Bono Jim though blocking the rest of the field, and now it's going to be a pack of 5 cars for the win here. Yanchagogo is going to think of a move down the inside, and she now has the grip over Rumi. Mialio and currently still has the race lead, but let's see how far they can go.
Mielu up in front. 8 to go.
And it's still going to be 3Y at the back. The Rouge now is going to make her move down the inside, possibly trying to make a move against Mielu, but Yanchagogo is going to be right into it. Ati, meanwhile, is also going to be right into it down the inside as we're not coming into 7 to go. Oh man, you just sense though that a crash might happen, but if these drivers manage to continue to get themselves into a decent position, let's see if they're able to keep this thing together. Captain Beezy though, meanwhile, was at the back, and now she's currently in 6th place.
Up to a brief taste of 5th, wants to vie for the lead. Top 3 are the lead. Currently 3rd, but the outside line is a bit faster, coming down to 5 laps with Michael Mello up in front.
And now
ahead of Berlin. Go ahead.
Anyways, this is going to be a great story. Captain Beezy manages to steal this window. The Rouge and Bono Jim are gonna be her challengers, but now she's gonna stay around in 2nd place with 4 laps to go. Will she able to get past Mallow? 1, 2, maintain her race lead, and 3, hang on to the finish line as the winner.
Oh, but others are going ahead of her. With under 4 laps to go.
And this just shows you, just shows you that you need to be in the inside line at Richmond if you want to have a great chance of winning. Though, as you can see, Captain BZ is now going to stick around in 7th place. Now Mikan's going to make her move down the inside against Bono Jim, and Haneda Kawaii is now going to make her move into 3rd place.
We are coming down to 2 here. Last 1.5 miles of this race. Haneda the Kawaii Bunny having a brief taste of the lead, but Rumi is faster.
Yeah, but let's see how far they can go though. But meanwhile, we get to see Captain BZ now goes back up into 5th place, possibly 4th, but she gets pushed off wide around the exit of 3 and 4.
White flag!
Into the white flag has finally flown, but let's see how this goes for the remaining drivers.
Oh man, here comes Momori, and here come the others here. It's gonna be a close finish. Who is gonna take it? Oh man, look at that, it's gonna be a close finish. Who's gonna take it? Oh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be Momori just edging out BZ for the win. Momori is your race winner here.
Oh my goodness, what a photo finish that was. It all came down to Captain BZ and Momori. We knew that Momori is going to be in the mood to get a great performance, and look at that. She edges closer to her first win, but ends up being beaten by Momori by only 0.02 of a second. Take a bow to both Momori and Captain BZ for the win.
Finish. The top 3 all finishing within 0.84. Momori, Captain BZ, all of you can eat your top 3. Wow!
I am just as shocked as you are, Dag, with the quality of the race that I'm seeing here, and the finish. The finish, though, is just the icing on the cake, though. Congratulations to Momori for the race win. Captain BZ gives her thoughts, saying that she enjoys a clean race, made it back from the last race to this one in 2nd place. And based on the points, I am just going to give a bit of a preview. As it stands right now, Captain BZ is going to be in a serious position to at least come close to the leader leader. Of course, Micah Mallow is currently in 6th place. So, anyways, let's give all of them a rundown of the results. Momori wins the Captain BZ second. IU is in third, which now leaves Honey the Kawaii Bunny in 4th place. 5th place, of course, is Paichi Pop, and 6th is, of course, just wanted to check on the other cars. Just wanted to also record the numbers.
Micah is
Anyways,
6, Rumi is 7.
Micah Malo is 6, 7, Rumi is in 7, Feline the Rouge 8, with Bonajim 9, Yanami Ruru 10, Mialo in 11, Kendra Bratton in 12, Mitzi Balls 13th, and then 14th, of course, I just want to share, just want to see how it goes. Nonomiya Mikan 14th, Poneko 15th, Ati 16th, Yangcha Gogo 17th, Aru Rosario 18th, Bunny Munch in 19th, and Gomi is in 20th. Unfortunately, she was able to complete just about over half the race before her engines let go, which is a massive, unfortunate circumstance for her. But let's not take away the effort the rest of the field has in keeping their cars intact. And look at this, Bunny Munch finished just a second behind the leader and eventual winner Momori.
Oh! Look at that, everyone. Yeah, 19 out of the 20 starters, just wow, all within 1 second. That is superb racing. Yeah, I thought there may be like incidents and stuff on this track, but no, this is a surprisingly clean race. A far cry from what I've seen with VTF 2000 drivers at Gateway and Long Beach last Friday night.
We're just shocked all around, though, the amount of clean racing, the amount of close finishing, and all that stuff. We're gonna move on to the next race, as I'm gonna have to mute myself for a while due to an additional job. Hang on.
All right, so we are gonna see the VTF 2000 drivers later on today. We still have 3 more rounds to go. VTF 2000 will be at Chicago. But first, we will have the Richmond race going on with VTF Pro 2000 as I confirm the points and give a bonus point to Feline for pole.
So, just wanted to, by the way, Dag, if you're able to show us the championship standings, that will be nice because we're going to be seeing a pretty interesting difference here between the leader and second place.
And it is big. Look at that. Micah Mallow persistently performing very well. Another pretty good finish for her. She currently leads with 82 points, 20 ahead of Mielu, who's on 62 points, just 2 points ahead now of Momori at 60. 4th is Kendra Bratton, 58. And 5th is IU with 54 points. If you want to see the full points standings, the link to the spreadsheet is in the description. Yeah, BZ, second place finish, very close second place finish at Richmond. Very, very awesome race, putting her up in 6th at the moment. Just 1 point behind All IU Can Eat.
All right. So with the points standings all confirmed for at least VTF 2000, let's move on into VTF Pro 2000 in Richmond, shall we?
Yes, we're gonna move on to VTF Pro 2000. Gonna take a break for a moment, though, and then we will get to the action on this same track with the VTF Pro 2000 drivers, and then we'll come back to VTF 2000 in a bit for Chicago. All right, I'll see you in a moment or two. Don't go anywhere.
All right.
Alright, back here again as I move on to the VTF Pro 2000 car. And there it is. Yeah, excellent work. Starting 16th and ending up getting 2nd for Captain Beezy. Yeah. Momori started 15th and got the win. Yeah, very nice performance by the top two. Well done. Well done to all involved.
So anyways, we're now going to move on into the VTF hang on, just want to check the series again. We're now going to the VTF Pro 2000 this time, when we are now going to go back into Richmond for the other race that we're going to be dealing with for this stream. And of course, we're going to be here for the VTF Pro 2000 race, where of course, we're going to see Amora Lumina try to maintain her championship lead over the two second place drivers, Elia Lottel and Sky Senfort.
Yeah. Beezy must be very happy about the result. Well done, well done.
Well, right. Nice to... well, of course, results don't come that easy, and of course, if you got a great result, it is something to be celebrated. So anyways, let's get the race loaded and the quick grid set.
Yes, we'll do. 57 laps at Richmond for VTF Pro 2000. Load!
So, of course, you get to see how the track looks like. It's a funny bun-shaped track. Of course, this is a D-shaped oval here in Richmond, Virginia.
Indeed.
Anyways, we're going to go into the qualifying session here. Let's load up the grid. Mion Akuma confirms to be your pole sitter. Nyarchu second. Dag, let's record the starting lineup with Kohaku Yumekui third, with Valva Valentine fourth, with Blazebug fifth, Manas Mamaki in sixth, Zumi seventh, with Seira eighth, Kamiko Rinona in ninth, with Zen Asua in 10th, Inami Yoki in 11th, with Nemo Nevermore in 12th, Amora Lumina 13th. Continuing on to the grid, let's scroll down. Elio Lottel 14th, Rain Cloud with 15th, Fermi Kaipa 16th, Pillow Deer 17th, Aimi 18th, Sky Senfort 19th, and Nijiro Miyu is in the last place spot.
Why am I scratching my paper? Why am I cutting into the paper with my mechanical pencil? I'm having trouble writing all of a sudden.
Well, it happens, Dag. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you can't really tell about your strengths. But anywho, let's congratulate, of course, the pole sitter, Mion Akuma, for her efforts to get herself into pole position. With that being said, can't wait to see how this race goes. Will we be seeing equally close and tight racing? And by that, I mean equally close, tight, and clean racing? We'll have to wait and see.
All right. As Beezy acknowledges the congratulations I give her for an awesome race, we're going to see how the VTF Pro 2000 drivers fare here for 57 laps. Mion Akuma, formerly of Aurora Live VR, at pole, alongside Nyaru, formerly of Shirayuri Production.
All right, I'm just gonna get off the mic for a while. You might want to give me like a few seconds or so. If you want to give me a minute or two or so, I'll be getting back to you soon. Dag, let's hit race. Let's see how this race goes.
All right, so we are set to go. Okie dokie. Oh, I've got the music. Proper music this time. And yeah, we are going to have proper music for the Chicago races. I'm going to start here and get right to the action. Mion Akuma and Nyaru, your front row for this 57 race. Let's see how it is. Round 3 at Richmond. VTF Pro 2000 is green. Let's start by the inside line. Kohaku Yumikori, formerly of Production Kawaii, right behind Mion.
And now Mion Akuma, though, this is a bit of a difference though from the previous race. Now I get to see the pole sitter actually maintaining at the very least first place or at a second place by lap 2. And now Zumi comes down the inside, and now Senford now further back. But I think she should be able to get herself back in position.
These cars are certainly faster than the VTF 2000 cars. That's why it's 57 laps instead of 50. Already 2 laps into. Zumi right behind Kohaku. Blazebug, currently third.
So right now we are just going to continue on checking in the other drivers here. Yoki now coming down the inside of Blazebug for position, as now you can see her make a move again into third place, and now we get to see progress. But this time, unlike the first race that we saw recently, we're now actually going to be seeing more spread out field. I just want to point out a few things.
Definitely not as packed as in 2000. Pro 2000, it's yeah, it is more spread out. There's some side by side, but mainly a single row. Certainly quite a few lead changes going on
now
as Yoki goes up.
And now we're going to be seeing even more stringing out of the rest of the field. We now get to see Zumi now trying to challenge Yumeki for second place. And now we're going to see drivers possibly bunching each other up again. And now here's a bit of a difference though. The VTF Pro 2000, this one at the third tier has more power than the fourth one, and also with a different chassis that might have more downforce. So these cars are generally faster than the regular VTF 2000. For the Pro 2000 cars, they have more power and slightly more downforce and more cornering speed. So that is why you're seeing a more strung out feel as we're seeing here. As instead of course, you're just going to be flat out throughout the entire track. You might actually have to lift though in the corners. Which explains how these drivers are able to navigate the corners. Remember, the setup is also still very much spec, so everyone has just about the same car.
Good push by Asuwa, approaching the former Hawaiian member now.
And down the inside goes Asuwa. Let's see if she's able to stay in this lead. Yumeki, meanwhile, is going to try to maybe look into the move down the inside. I don't know. But speaking of which, we're not going to be seeing Mio and Akuma, who was in the pole position spot, tried to her best to get herself into second place. And now Yumeki has to avoid Akuma. She understeered into turns 1 and 2. Akuma's going to go into it for the race lead.
Oh, Yumekoi dropping a few positions, but still relatively early on. Zumi back up in second for the time being. Mion slows down a bit. Approaching now is Inamioki, right behind the 2 front runners. All 20 drivers still on the track, no issues as of yet.
And now we're going to be seeing Asuwa still maintaining her lead. Just want to check on the rest of the field. The field is now spread by 3 seconds, which is currently bookended by Ryan Cloud on last place. And of course, it's Asuwa in the lead so far. Meanwhile, Zumi's going to go down the inside once again to take the race lead. What a great move from further back.
Almost saw a bit of a 3-wide action. Maybe it could have been 4-wide. Whoa! Careful there!
Ooh.
Elioloto and Blazebug at it with each other.
And speaking of which, Elioloto now trying to go down the inside of Yumeki. Meanwhile, Blazebug continues to make progress. Speaking of which, we're just going to check on the rest of the field. Yoki now tries to make the move into second place. Let's see if she manages to beat Renona for the race lead.
Kamiko Renona, formerly of V Reverie, making her presence felt here. Almost had the brief taste of the lead, but inside line now going very fast, as they want to do in the 4th turn, turn 4.
And speaking of which, we're now going to be seeing Elioloto now maintaining her spot in the race lead. We are now coming down into 40 laps to go here. Blazebug's going to probably think of a move down the inside. Gets a great run off of turn 4. Now tries to think if he can move down the inside. Will she break later than most?
Miyu, who started back of the field, finds herself third.
And now makes her way into second place. Now overtakes Blazebug, makes complete use of the inside line, and now she makes her move down the inside up to Elia Lottel for the race lead. What a story this is, rags to riches.
Going past 19 other cars to have a brief taste of the lead. That is awesome racing right there for Miyu. However, we are seeing a couple cars in pit lane. Valentine and Amora Lumina, Rayan Cloud, and Barumi.
Oh yeah, you saw the front wings being flown off. I think there was an incident from somewhere, and it looks to me that we're already having trouble for the VTF Pro 2000 field. A bit of a difference from what we're seeing in the VTF 2000, but anyways, we're not going to be seeing more racing action. Now we get to see Renona trying to make her move down the inside once again against Blazebug.
And Renona goes up in front.
It's still going to be a massive question to see how these drivers are just going to get on with it. Speaking of which, we are just going to check on this, see if Blazebug continues to make her move down the inside against Renona, but Renona manages to place her car in a great position.
Here comes
Aimee on the other hand.
Yeah.
Aimee on the other hand. Oh, there's contact between Aimee and Naruto. Naruto, I don't know if she has front wing damage as a result of that, but fortunately these two drivers will be able to continue. If it was real life, one should have a puncture and the other one might actually have damaged front wings. So anyways, Aimee's now going to go down the inside against Blazebug, who now understeers a lot into the turns 3 and 4, and now she loses out the podium spots.
Aimee now into the lead. Another driver started way in the back, suddenly finding herself in the lead. We have a driver starting off 20th, currently in second, driver starting off 18th, currently leading.
And now Miyu's gonna probably think of a move down the inside. Will she make her move? The answer is gonna be no so far. Speaking of which, there's a Cloud up front. I'm in front of them. Here comes the first of the lap car activities in this race, possibly.
Yeah, quite a few cars, 2 laps down. The rest are still in the lead lap. Yeah, the top 15 are within a little over 3 seconds of each other. Not nearly as closely packed as in VTF 2000. Yeah, oddly enough, this race not as clean so far as in VTF 2000. I thought the VTF 2000 race would have much more calamity than what we saw so far here in Pro 2000.
Just shows you the difference of cars. Remember, the regular VTF 2000s use basically a slower car on which everyone might be able to do pack racing, and you can see the difference in racing styles for these two series. It just shows you the stark difference on how these drivers operate these cars in the different racing disciplines. And now you can see Sanford now also looking to be in a okayish position, as she's now in 3rd place right now, trying to find a way past Aimee and Renona, who are currently double final for the lead right now.
Sky Sanford seems to be liking racing on ovals. She won at Gateway in the opening round and currently finds herself in a pretty good position right there, as we are already over halfway through this race.
And we're now seeing Sanford trying to make her move down the inside against Renona, who got spooked by Sanford suddenly making a move down the inside. Now she's in 2nd place. Speaking of which, Cloud looms ever closer to these 3 drivers. You know how pesky these lap cars can be. You might be able to use them as a pick. Otherwise, they might actually be a lot of a torment for you, as you might actually get blocked, and other drivers might actually take advantage of that.
Aimee's starting to develop a bit of a gap here, but Renona wants to close in.
And right now Renona is gonna, that's a very good exit though. That's a very good exit from turns 3 and 4. She might take a move down the outside, but now it's gonna be on the inside. She now goes for a late apex move to now get herself into possibly the lead. Now she's gonna go down the inside, possibly 3 wide, but it's now gonna be Renona in the lead so far.
Good push by the former V Reverie member. And here comes the former UMA Plus member, only a brief
And where did
time
Miu come
in
from?
UMA Plus.
And Senford too now gets into 3rd place.
Great racing so far by the front runners here in these first 38 laps. Oh, careful!
Oh, there's contact though. Amy and Skyward Senford, and it looks to me that Amy should be able to be good on the car so far, as she's not going to probably take a move down to the inside against me for 2nd place as the laps keep ticking down.
We've seen quite a few instances of hard contact, but surprisingly enough, no winged parts flying out. I've seen
Except for the first part.
VTuber IndyCar car parts flying out with hits that are not as hard.
So anyways, Zinaswa now makes her move into 2nd place with Elio Lotto now waiting in the wings against Aswa and Aimi. Renona's gap to 2nd place is now dwindling down. Aswa might think of a move down the inside, but she's too far back. Let's see how the rest of the field develops.
Elio hoping to get back-to-back wins, but it's gonna be a tall order with Renona, Aswa, and Aimi up ahead. Coming down to 14.
Alright, and now we're gonna see actually a move down the outside. Aimi tries to defend. Let's see if she's able to get it done. Elio Lotto might think of a move down the inside for possibly 3rd place, but now Zenaswa is gonna be very, very loose there on the main straight, and Elio Lotto is gonna make a move down the inside to pick off both of them, and now she's in 2nd. She might actually make a move against the Renona down the inside at turn 3, but she's just too far back.
Hoping to try again on this next lap. Renona having been up in front for a few laps now.
And now Elio Lotto, may she think of a move down the inside? I have no idea, but I think she actually has a good run though off of this exit of the final corner. She may think of a move down the inside, but Renona defends her car and her position absolutely superbly. And now Aswa is going to be joining in on the fight. Will she maybe making a move around the outside? The answer is going to be no, but let's see how it goes from here.
Was considering a bit of an inside move, but will back out a bit. Now she's going to make a move again on Elio.
And now Aswa is going to continue to look into any opportunity that she can find, though. 10 laps to go. We're going to be seeing... Oh, just try to remind, never mind that. Anyways, yeah. So we are seeing some very great racing action here in Richmond Raceway for the VTF Pro 2000 race. But look at Cloud, though, looming into the leaders coming into the final 10 laps.
She's probably starting to be a distraction for the front runners. They gotta sidestep the former UMA Plus member if they could help it. Renona too distracted, and we have a new race leader in Zenasua. Renona slowing down a bit.
Oh, contact! And contact for good measure. Now we're going to see 3-wide action for racing as Renona tries to get her race lead back. She does so on the with the outside move on turns 1 and 2. But Cloud is possibly really now going to really be the massive question, or rather, the Cloud is going to be a massive key to see who is going to be winning this race.
It's back and forth between Aswa and Renona as we come down to 5 here.
And you just can't tell who's going to be winning.
Oh,
Naruto, where did she come from? Where does she come from? We haven't seen her for all of this while, and now we get to see her now joining for this battle for the race lead. We're probably going to be seeing 3 wide, 4 wide, 4 wides coming up.
Almost 4 wide there, but certainly an extended period of 3 wide action. Oh, this is awesome stuff here.
And Renona has benched up the field, and now it's going to be Elio Lotto almost through with 3 laps to go.
Sky Sanford in second, wanting to get back-to-back wins on ovals. Elio wants to get back-to-back wins outright.
And now let's see how it goes for the rest of the field here. Elio Lotto now has to defend against Sanford for this final 2 laps coming to the white flag. Let's see how it goes from here.
Elio, Sky Sanford, and Comico Renona with 1 to go. Lap 57.
Oh, let's see how it goes from here. Sanford might actually think of a possible dive bomb down the inside. Turns 3 and 4, but it's not going to be.
It's going to come down to a finish. And it's gonna be back-to-back race wins for Elio Lotto! Wow! Elio Lotto wins at Richmond!
Wow, well, that's a very great result here for Elio Lotto, who now has won 2 races to pop. She's going to have a very, very comfortable lead in the championship, looking at how Sky Sanford finishes second. Oh, never mind. It's not actually a pretty tight championship because, well, it's actually more tight than much tighter than you think. Because looking into the gaps, it's actually 8 points separating between Elio Lotto and Sky Sanford for the battle for the race lead. Championship lead. And so, we're just going to point out the race results. Elio Lotto, of course, wins this Richmond race. Congratulations to her. Sky Sanford second, with Kamiko Renona third. Zumi fourth, with Manas Mamaki fifth. Nichiro Miyu in sixth. Nemo Nevermore in seventh. Nyaruchu eighth. Zin Aswa ninth. And Mion Akuma 10th. Inami Yoki with 11. With Kohaku Yumeki 12th. Aimi 13th. 14th is Blaze Bug. And then Pillow Deer 15, Seiro 16, Ferumi Kaipa in 17th, Velvet Valentine in 18th, Amora Lumina in 19th, and Rain Cloud, unfortunately, sits in 20th place on the Rain Cloud of Tears. I don't know. Let's just hope she's okay.
Another exciting finish here. Richmond. Oh, man. VTF races at Richmond, both awesome. Yeah.
And you
clean racing great for both series.
Yeah,
go ahead.
So we are just going to point out on some few great details here. So anyways, just wanted to remind everyone, I think Mion Akuma has the pole position, so we are just going to help with getting that extra point here. Just wanted to check where Mion Akuma actually finished. She did finish 10th, so we are just going to make life pretty easy. So anyways, that should be it for the VTF races at Richmond. And now let's see the championship standings.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and update. Gonna ahead and update here, and then Urumi finished in 17th for 4 points, and everyone is in, and Mion Akuma getting pole for this race. Quite consistent there. And yeah, definitely the points lead for Elio Lotto. Back-to-back wins. 84 points for her. And Sky Sanford is second with 76. 8 behind
8 points
Elio.
behind too.
Yeah, 8 points behind
speaking
Elio.
Which, anyways, for the third place driver, Zumi, she's 25 points, so it's going to be a 2-horse race. It's currently a 2-horse race so far. Let's see how the next 7 races in the championship will go. But for now, it's going to be Elio Lotto versus Sky Sanford.
Yeah, Elio 84, Sky 76, Zumi 59, Amora Lumina 56, and Miyu 51. And oh man, this is exciting stuff we are witnessing here. Only 3 rounds in both series, and we've seen exciting races in the lower tiers of indie racing action. All right, so we're gonna take a break for another moment, and then we will head over to Chicago. Heads up, I'm gonna temporarily halt the stream for a bit, halt the recording, halt the stream for a bit, and then don't worry, just stay right here. I will bring it back up, and then we will get to racing in Chicago.
The street course, by the way. Anyways, everyone, stay tuned. We're going to be racing in Chicago.
Yeah. All right, stay right here, everyone. See you all in a couple minutes. And welcome back here to the VTRP channel. VTF Pro Championships. Taking a nice trek to the Midwestern United States, going to Chicago, Illinois. Street racing again taking place here at Chicago, the NASCAR street circuit. A little over 2 miles in distance, and how many turns? 12 turns, 2.14 miles, or 3.444 kilometers.
Anyways, just to welcome everyone back here. Can't wait to see how this race goes. Anyways, just what Dag mentions, we're also going to be racing, I believe, in Grant Park, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And there's going to be a lot of 90-degree corners.
Indeed. 90-degree corners galore. A nice staple of street courses.
So anyways, let's probably hit send, or rather hit load circuit, as we're now going to get ourselves ready for the VTF 2000 race.
Yes. Gonna need to make sure I got my settings correct. 50% damage, 11 laps, VTF 2000. It all looks pretty good to me, so let's get right to it. Load.
And I just realized that I'm muted, because right now I'm gonna have to mute myself though, because there are literally kerfuffle around me, so I'm gonna have to mute for a while. Just hang on.
Yes, take your time, Doc. And in the meantime, we're gonna load the grid, see who will get pole, and
okay, I'm back, and it's congratulations to Atti for the pole positions, with Aurora Rosario lining up alongside her on the front row. Now, as Dag, you're going to be writing down the starting lineup. Feline de Rouge is in third. Nyanami Rumi is in fourth. Gomi favorite Paiti Pop 6. Yanchigogo 7. Mialo in 8th. Micah Malo in 9th. Ayu 10th. Poneko in 11th. Captain Beezy in 12th this time. 13th is Kendra Bratton 13th. Nonamiya Mikan 14th. Mitzi Paul's 15th. Honey the Kawaii Bunny in 16th, with Bonoshim in 17th. Momori 18th. 19th is Nyanami Ruru. And Bunny Munch is in 20th.
Oh no, Momori, Ruru, and Bunny. That's all 20 cars in, and we are set to go here. Alright, 11 laps here, street racing. A beautiful day at Grant Park in Chicago, downtown Chicago street course racing.
Let's hope. Let's see. Let's see. You hit send or at a hit race on this one. I want to see how this race goes from here. And I just want to remind everyone though that because there's going to be lots of tight corners, expect some braking and actually people slowing down their cars for the corners, and that will actually be possibly one of the few levelers, or rather, the few great variables in this race.
Yes. All right. Music is up. One of the few great levelers. All right.
Or rather, a few great variables.
Few great variables as the safety car leads everyone off to the pace lap. Notice some cars clipping through the barriers, but that's okay if it's a street course in RF1. Yeah, less risk of cars having incidents, crashing out and stuff. We're gonna speed up a bit, and we're gonna start here.
Right over here. So we're now having a final two corners. Safety car is about to peel in this lap as we now get to see Atti lining up on the pole position with Rosario in second place. Let's see how these drivers navigate through the streets of Chicago. Dag, it's your call.
Yes, thank you, Hadak. Let's go into the green flag and get to racing here, round 4 of VTF 2000 in Chicago.
And it's a great starter from Rosario now, just being slightly ahead of Atti. Now, ooh, for the Rouge, probably trying to make it 3 wide down to the third one. And the drivers being spread out, that's going to be pretty normal here. As we're now going to see the Rouge against Gomi down. And now Gomi's going to go down the inside. As more battles left, right, and center. Let's see how these drivers manage their way into turns 3 and turns 4, 5.
Going around the dog leg. And into a 90-degree corner. Not too long after that. Here's one of the Yanami sisters, Rumi. Pretty good here as we approach a 90-degree turn. Rumi up in front now. Aruru into this curved section of the track.
Wait, never mind. I just realized that I got muted because I forgot that. Never mind. But anyways, Rosario now holds on to this race lead. Now Paichi Pop against Gomi now for 4th place, and looks to me that all the cars are still in this race though.
Yeah, everyone's doing fine. Ooh, Momori deep in the grid, fresh off of her win in Richmond. As we see cars going into pit lane, that's Melu, who's been one of the front runners early on in the championships, having to stop at pit lane.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna go slightly offline. Oh, that's Momori! I think she made a huge slam though. Same goes for Bono Jim. That's gonna be a massive chaos there.
We gotta see a replay of this. What just happened?
Alright, so just wanted to double check on what happened to Momori. She broke pretty late, sends Bunny Munch outside. Oh, that's a bump and run. So I'm gonna take a slight break though, just to confirm a few things with the job errands. Oh, Bunny Munch, never mind that.
Bad luck for Bunny Munch. Not a good start to her championship run here.
So we are just going to double check on a few more things. Yeah, I'm just going to...
That's the end of Bunny Munch's race and Melu's as well.
So we are just going to continue on with the progress of this race. Rosario now being decently ahead though against Rumi and Afi.
Good start.
Anyways, I'm just going to mute myself for a while as I'm just going to need to confirm a few things in the business end. Hang on.
All right. In the meantime, I'm gonna try to mitigate some extended silence by speaking what I see here. 18 cars still in it. Having pretty clean racing here as you go around the first turn. This track. Well, almost a 1.5 second lead for Crowd's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah, they may be cardboard cutouts. This is, of course, a 2005 racing sim. Yeah, but I assure you, they still have plenty of life in them. Crowd cheering on their Oshi as they go around the multitude of turns here in this downtown street circuit. Glad the NPC crowd is safe. You are definitely right, BZ. Oh yeah. Speaking of BZ, she is.
All right, I am back.
Hello.
Anyways, I'm back. Now we get to see Mal now going down the inside of Yamchagogo, or Yanchagogo. Oh, speaking of which, Rumi now going peeling down to the pit wall as her engine's gone kaput and her car is now out of the race. Out.
That's another casualty.
Anyways, we now get to see Mialu having a car dead due to the gearbox. Money Munch now also out of the race too. Just wanted to point out. And I just wanted to point out a few more things though. Anyways, the race has taken a pretty decent hit of drivers and now coming in, and we're now on lap 4 at the now still 1.1 seconds behind the leader. Speaking of which, this midfield battle is going to be pretty interesting.
Baichi Pop also out.
Oh no! So
another,
we are just going to
busted engine casualty.
And Honey the Kawaii too!
No! Honey as well. That's probably another car early on, maybe.
And she's just trying to keep herself in control of this race. But you can see though her engines just keep on dying. Speaking of which, I thought someone's gonna hit the wall, but never mind that. Rosario is still in the lead with Atty in second. 4 cars already retired in this race.
Yeah, that's 4 cars already out and 3 cars, 1 down. Yeah.
So we are just going to keep on running this race as it is right now.
Yeah,
and just
unlucky for Rumi.
Yeah, also
DNF
for
in 4 races.
Yeah, I'm talking about at least she finished in the last race at Richmond, if I'm not mistaken. I think she did finish in Richmond. I just want to double check.
Yeah, take your time with checking. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just want to confirm you. She finished 7th in Richmond. And for Rumi, she finished 14th in the first 2 races of the season. Unfortunately, with her down in the dumps right now, that's not going to help her championship aspirations. As now we're seeing Rosario defending vehemently against Atty, who is currently lying in mid-table. But let's see if she's able to grab the 40 points.
Touchy touch between Athy and Aruru. Athy vying for the lead. Side by side currently.
And now Rosario coming downhill into the braking zone. Athy is now going to take this race lead into the main straight. Rosario, on the other hand, is going to have to be consigned into second place unless she has anything to say about it on this main straight. Will she make a move down the inside? Will she make a bump? The answer is going to be no. Atty will still maintain her lead.
Having a look here. Yes, that's another driver out. Honey the Kawaii Bunny busted gearbox.
This is what we call a race of attrition. Now 5 cars at least are out of this race so far, which really doesn't help matters. Anyways, our Rosario now stays in second place. Felina Rouge though is in third. We get to see though a lot of cars going a lap down though. Gomi now out due to engine issues. Micah Mallow is now a lap down after certain contact.
Quite a few cars, 1 down. Micah, Kendra, and Yansha.
Speaking of which, we are just going to be checking on other cars. Let's see how it goes from here. Our Rosario is getting very, very close.
Watch out!
She's getting very...
Watch out, who may have had an incident with the wings. Yeah, that's gotta be someone's wing popping up. Kendra, ooh. Yeah, Kendra not looking too hot, yeah.
Kendra Bratton, no front wing. She's being clipped right now. And speaking of Captain BZ, is going to capitalize on this. She doesn't mind if her opponent has less front wing, and that means less cornering speed. But ooh, Kendra Bratton, ooh, causing a lot of issues for Captain Breezy. What a bratty style of driving.
And so Kendra has to go into pit lane, but she is down there in the standings. Was like around 14th. BZ maintaining 4th at the moment. Balin trying to catch up with towards at the end, Aruru.
Speaking of which, when you want to talk about the race championship leaders, Micah Mallow is currently out of this race. So it's now going to be an open season for these drivers to steal points away.
Not out of the race, currently 1 down in 12th.
Well, she is going to be losing a good amount of points, so she will only score 9 points at the moment. While she is still in the running, she is not going to be in contention for the win, and it's going to be a pretty big swing though. Mialio is out of the race though. Momori, on the other hand, is in 9th place, so there could be a decent swing though. Momori might actually swing it into 22, 18 point, no, 8 points. 8 points, I believe.
Yeah, all you can need to out with a gearbox issue, that's all she could do here.
Oh man, talking about how it affects the gearbox, so I do want to know about the rev limit and how the engines are being operated at the end of these main straights, because if they are being topped out, then that might explain everything, as the gearboxes aren't meant to redline for extended periods of time. Speaking of which, the Rouge now tries to find a way against Rosario and Affy. Rosario now has to concede a position though against the Rouge, but if the Rouge manages to stay in the inside line, as they're now coming into the dog leg.
Side by side between Aruru and Falin, and it's going to be Aruru
great braking maneuver.
A bit ahead. Falin trying to rubber band her way back. Go ahead.
Yeah, she manages to handle her brakes very well though on that corner. If you want to try braking, if you want to try to brake while corner at the same time. Oh, what's happened to the Rouge?
And she is a goner.
Oh dear, another issue with each of these cars again. It's open season, as we mentioned again. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet, as we mentioned, for all the drivers who still have cars intact. Now we're in 4 laps to go, coming into 3 laps to go. What has been consistent throughout the entire race is Atti and Aru Rosario having a stronghold for the top 2 positions.
What a big gap between 2nd and 3rd now. I mean, look at this. 17 right there and 1.6 there. That is
criminal.
Absurd. Yeah, criminal. You are right.
Anyways, Fallon de Rouge goes out of this race due to an engine issue, as now we are seeing the top 2 only separated by 1.5 seconds, but 3rd on back, 15 seconds between the 3rd place driver and Atti, which just tells you all you need to know about the parity compared to Richmond.
Yeah, it's back to expected VTF 2000 racing action.
Well, I think we peaked with Richmond though, with the pack racing, with the drivers finishing 1 second between each other for the remaining finishers. But now, going back to a regularly scheduled, sprung out racing, we are still seeing Atti maintaining her spot in the race league. She's doing a very good job so far. Rosario, on the other hand, might actually sniff for a chance. Ooh, gets very close to Rosario, but No cigar, never mind that one. But anyways, Rosario now tries to make a move down the inside on Atty onto the final corner, uphill and then downhill towards the crest. And it's still going to be Rosario still chasing Atty coming into the penultimate lap.
Penultimate lap is underway here. Still a 0.6 second lead for Atty. Quite a bunch of former Corpo VTubers in this Pro 2000 field, Atty being one of them.
So we are just going to check on to a few more things to look at, though. Captain BZ, though, doing a very good job, though, in 6th place, being very consistent up front. BZ, if you're watching and if you're in the car, you got to be enjoying this moment because you're experiencing back-to-back great finishes. Take it from me, who's been driving type cars like these in a while. In a pack of 20 cars, if you finish 6th, you're doing a very good job, though.
We're trying to get closer and closer to the owl.
And speaking of which, as now we get to see Aruru continuing to make progress so far. Atty, on the other hand, is on the defense, though. Oh, and you can see here, Rosario tries to find a way past, but Atty continues to be the widest car that Rosario has ever seen. Coming to the white flag. Let's see how it goes from here.
White flag, 1 to go. Here come Atty and Aruru, making the way past the start finish. Around 2 miles left to go in this race.
Alright, speaking of which, Mikan, on the other hand, is just going to keep on progressing forward in this race. Just wanted to check on the rest of the field here. Rosario now still on the hunt for her win. Speaking of which, looking into the amount of essentially attrition here, half of the field has retired.
Yeah, engine issues, gearbox issues. Yeah. Heavy attrition. R-Factor Indy Racing on a straight circuit. You don't expect many finishers here.
Anyways,
and this race is no exception.
Anyways, we are coming into the final corners of this race, though. While it is a bit strung out, there is a lot of drama still. BZ, you gotta be very grateful, though, and also for the other drivers, because your car has essentially survived the distance. Congratulations for those who have finished, but let's welcome the finishers.
Atty has done all she could to outlast Aruru for much of the race, and here she comes to the Atty in this Chicago street course. Congratulations.
Anyways, we are just going to also point out a few more finishers here. Rosario finishes 2nd. 3rd place, we're going to go to Mikan. We're now in Ruru, I believe, is in 4th place. And looking into 5th place, let's see, let's scroll down to finishers. Mitzi, Nyanami Ruru 5th, 4th, Mitzi Falls 5th, Captain BZ with another great race in 6th place, Poneko 7th, Momori 8th, Bono Jim 9th, Mike Amalo 10th. What a great way to basically limit the damage, though. Kendra Bratton at 11th with Feline the Rouge 12th, Ayu 13th, Gomi 14th, Yanta Gogo 15th, Honey the Kawaii Bunny 16th, Paichipop 17th, Nyanami Rumi in 18th, Bunny Munch in 19th, and Miailo in 20th.
Dealing with some sort of encoding issues. Hold. Yeah. May need to reset the stream again. How's everyone doing? I don't know what's going on here. Okay, the stream is back live. BZ finished clean. Yeah, luckily it is the end of the race, so I don't think you missed much.
All right, so we are just going to welcome everyone home, and that should be the results. Afi converts her pole into the race win, so she will get the 41 points. That which on which she does very well to essentially open up the scoring. Our Rosario, of course, finishes in second place, and then third place is of course Nonomiya Mekan, and then Nyanyami with and then Mitzi Paws in fifth. In fifth place, and then we have six with Captain BZ. Great stuff from her. Nice to see her in company with our company. Poneko and Momori is in seventh and eighth, respectively. Just wanted to check this again. Bono Jim 9th and Micah Mallow 10th. Kendra Bratton in 11th. Felina Rouge 12th. Ayu 13th. Gomi 14th. Yancha Gogo 15th. Honey the Kawaii Bunny in 16th. 17th is going to be Paichi Pop Nanami Narumi in 18th. And then Bunny Munch in 19th. And Miailu in 20th place. Remember, Micah is going to still over Micah Mallow.
Yeah, OBS, because encoding. Issues, and I have to restart the virtual camera again. Yeah, and then, yeah, it happens. It's all good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we are just going to confirm the results here. And also Dag, I think you should be able to secure the championship order.
Yeah, just a moment. I'll need to restart the stream for a bit.
All right, take your time. Let me know when we're back online.
Yeah, we'll need to start the stream and then provide the points updates. I need to restart the virtual camera, restart OBS, and then get back in the issues. Still seeing error on my end in live streaming window. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly go over the points. All right. Yeah, trying to see if anyone could read me. Just need to check the top 5. Don't mind this. I need to just need to
All right.
to showcase how it is. Just to make
All
sure
right,
nothing's going on. Micah, Mori, easy. Athy, and Mikon. Or is it Mikon or Poneko? I want to say it's Poneko. Yeah, Poneko. Yeah, tiebreaker over Mikon. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's looking live. Okay, it's looking pretty good. All right, that's your top 5 as they stand. Yeah, Micah finished 1 down here, but still leading pretty well. Still an 18-point lead.
Yeah. Based on what we're seeing here, just wanted to point out a few more things. 18 in points is the gap between Micah Malo and Momori in set. Yeah, I forgot about Momori, about Momori though, and all this. Momori actually did a very good job though, of also limiting the damage way better. What I told everyone was actually very much provisional, but of course we now get to see the refined standings. Let's give a standing ovation to Captain BZ though, in third place.
Yeah.
So anyways, let's get
I'll play
Let's
this.
let's get.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So, anyways, let's get ourselves ready for the Pro 2000 race. Do we need to take a break? Yes, I think we might.
Yes, yes, because OBS being silly, so I'm gonna have to restart OBS altogether. And just
All
don't
right.
go anywhere. And we'll see you at for the VTF Pro 2000 race in just a couple minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Stay tuned. Yep, and stay tuned.
All right. Here we are back again for the BTFs.
All right, so let's get ourselves back. Although the OBS is still off on my end.
Try again with the virtual camera.
And we're back. Nice to see the feel here. We're now gonna get into the Pro. The Pro version of the 2000s. Can't wait to see how this plays. Anyways, just wanted to remind everyone on what happened in the previous race. Elio Lottel manages to grab successive wins after winning in Long Beach with a win at Richmond, and now we're coming into the Chicago Street Course, where of course it hosted NASCAR races in the past few years, and now we are going to be seeing the VTF Pro 2000s ply their trade here in Chicago.
It's going to be 12 laps here. Got my settings up. Got the Pro 2000 drivers up. 100% damage multiplier. Let's get right to it. Yeah, sorry about the technical difficulties. OBS.
Being OBS, of course, in Dax's end. But of course, this is an it happens moment. But anyways, let's get on into the situation here as we're now getting the qualifying done and dusted. Aimi's the set 124.473 first, so that means she will be on pole position. Nijiro Mio is in second. Sarah in third. As we're just going to introduce the field at this point. Mian Akuma fourth with Nemo Nevermore in fifth, Amora Lumina sixth, Menace Mamaki is in seventh, and then Kohaku Imekui eighth with Inami Yoki ninth, Sky Senford in 10th, Ferromi Kaipa in 11th, Blazebug in 12th, Piloti 13th, Kamiko Rianona 14th, Naruchu 15th, Zumi 16th, Velva Valentine 17th, Ryan Cloud 18th, Zin Aswa 19th, and Elio Lottel, the championship leader, is currently down in 20th. Dag, I just want to remind you that you are currently muted on Discord's end. Just wanted to point that one out.
Sorry, throat tickle.
It happens. But anyways, let's hit the next session and hit race. Can't wait to see how this VTF Pro 2000 cars handle here in Chicago in Grant Park. I can't wait to see how they handle. Anyways,
Man, Elio Lowell starting back in their grid after winning back-to-back rounds, and the top 3 times, all the same thing. Of course, Aimi finished her qualifying session first before the other two.
All right, so we are just going to go ahead and see how it progresses from here. And now we're going to get this race underway. Let's hit race and skip through to the near end of the lap.
Radio. Let's see what happens here. Round 4 at Grant Park Chicago Street Course race in VTF Pro 2000.
All right.
Skip to the end of the case lap. We're going to start off basically here. We have Amy, formerly of Yume Plus, starting off at pole alongside Miyuyus, Nijiro Miyu. Careful about bumping at the start because of the walls.
All right.
Everyone should be fine to go here. We should be able to go.
All right, 20 cars lined up here already or something like that. Anyways, Dag, take it away from here.
Here we go to the green flag for round 4 of VTF Pro 2000 in Chicago.
So we are now going to be seeing possible action here from Amy down the inside, possible dive bombing also coming on foot as we are seeing a spread out start once again here in Chicago. And now Miu's going to go down the inside against Amy. Sarah's now going to make her move down into Amy for a second. And now it's going to be a case on how these drivers do their business, as we're now seeing the top 4 now stretching their lead over the rest of the field.
How do you expect the racing here in Pro 2000 would be different to the 2000 race here at Chicago, Adak?
Okay, so based on my evaluation on these Pro 2000 cars, these Pro 2000 cars, remember, have more power and more downforce, so they are faster on a single lap. But as far as racing perspectives go, I expect this thing to be a much closer affair than the the original VTF 2000, because we are now going to be seeing the driver skill being put more to the test, because these cars are actually built better for the road courses. So we are going to be seeing tighter action here on the road course than we are seen on the ovals for the specific type of car.
Certainly power cars, certainly better racing. We have seen a pretty good... That's not to say we have not seen a pretty good racing in VTF 2000. The racing in Richmond was quite fun with both 2000 and Pro 2000. And we've seen quite a lot of action in the 4 rounds so far for 2000, and so I expect to see also a pretty good racing here in Pro 2000 here in Grant Park. Let's just see what happens here.
All right, as the cars continue to make their progress here, there's one extra lap here to do for these cars. Remember, they are faster than the original 2000 cars. The Pro 2000 cars, remember, have more power and more downforce. So remember, they're faster on a single lap. Oh, a bit of a clipping, but that should be normal as Sarah continues to maintain her lead. Meanwhile, Zenastro is going to go down the inside of Nyaruchu.
2 drivers demoted from Indy Lights, currently struggling toward the rear of the grid. Just hoping to have good performances in their initial runs in Pro 2000. Elio languishing very back of the grid after winning back-to-back at Long Beach and Richmond.
Just wanted to share a few things about the field so far based on what we're seeing here. Of course, the winner of VTF Pro 2000 gets an automatic berth towards the Indy Lights field coming up, and of course we got to see a few relegated names though. But anyways, we are just checking on to Akumiya Nakuma, the pro sitter from the previous race at Richmond, now having to do a pit stop. I think she's got damage acquired at one point before this, so
The other 19 cars still at it.
And
I think Akuma should still be in the lead lap at least.
But she is pretty far from the rest of the field, though. Sarah, on the other hand, continues to control the race from her position with Nemo Nevermore on the hunt. Amy in third place, though, meanwhile, is just continuing on the push to get herself closer into Sarah and Nemo Nevermore. And speaking of other drivers, we got Miu and Lumina. Now, also going on to single file. This is what I mean, though. It's a tighter affair in the Pro 2000 than in the regular VTF 2000 because speaking of which, Kaipa, God, what a crazy what crazy movement we're seeing from her.
Sky pulling no punches. Currently at mid-pack, just behind Pillow.
Pillow Deer, very comfortably in her position. If you
Very
know where
comfortably.
she is right now,
Very comfortably.
Yeah, in 11th place. Well, at least in 11th place, not comfortably in the lead though, but in her current position right now, she does have a cushion. So that's that.
Cushion.
Man, let's just hope that she's able to get herself a position inside the top 10. Just to give her, I feel like I need to stop though. Speaking of which, Nemo Nevermore and Sarah though now going down the inside against each other, coming into this left-hander. And I just really want to point out though that this left-hander has no runoff after a pretty long back straight. What if someone essentially loses their brakes?
Yeah, that would be awkward. It's probably maybe one of the slower parts in the track. I don't know.
It's not a slow part of the track. It actually supersedes the long back stretch. So I can only imagine if there's a brake failure though. But anyways, let's get ourselves back on topic, as we're now going to be seeing Sarah continuing her. Amy though losing a front wing, and that's gonna be a pretty awkward entrance into pit lane. Amy actually causing the rear wing of another car to fall off. Let's see the replays. Winona, absolutely unlucky. And she's going to continue on her struggle as she now loses even more positions. Winona.
Yeah, back to live action we go. No front wing for her. That's certainly a flesh wound right there.
Yup. And anyways, we got Velvet Valentine now, also, and with other drivers in Aswan now, basically eating off the scraps that have been left over by Renona, being collected by a wounded car trying to enter the pits. But anyways, here's Mamaki, trying to think of a move down the inside, or rather the outside against Miyu. But of course, if you want to make your move around the outside, you gotta absolutely use your remaining space to go to fight while you pinch someone on the inside to try to, get the move done. Because usually, if you're on the outside and you're at a better car length, and you're actually at least a quarter of a car length ahead, once you come into turn in that corner, the inside car who is slightly behind will always be the one that spins out first.
Sarah starting to develop a bit of a nice lead to her name.
Well,
around
Sarah,
1.5 seconds, yeah.
Anyways, Pillow Deer now having even more cushions for her to fall back on if she if she loses yet another positions, as she is now currently in 7th place, gaining 4 positions as a result from a pretty hefty collision there. Speaking of which, let's see the rest of the field and see how it goes from here. Sky Senfor is now gone a lap down. Velvet Valentine has now made her move into the pit lane as well. And Renault now finally gets her car serviced, and I believe she is going to be the second last driver, as of course we have another driver down there. I think it's Sky Senford, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yeah, currently interweaved among the drivers still in the lead lap.
Now, I'm just going to see here Sky Senford just casually roaming through the race as she is right now behind Miyu. Speaking of which, right now it's gone single file for all the drivers. between Seiren and of course we got the 15th place driver Zumi. So it's a very good battle for these positions, because if a driver in the league crashes or goes off wide, then lots of drivers are going to be taking serious advantage of this.
Past halfway now, so the race is official. This race will be official.
Anyways, and the full points coming to you soon, as now Nemo Nevermore now thinks of a move to defend her position against Yoki. Yoki now uses the dog leg to great effect, uses this awkward braking section here into this long back straight. Remember, get a good exit from this back straight and you could line yourself up with a winner of an overtaking move down the inside.
Left-hand turn they go. Good braking. Nemo trying to come back to Yoki, and back to second.
And a slight contact for good measure as well. And now we get to see. Just want to see here. Also, just to point out though, Sarah having a pretty decent gap to second place though. Against Nemo Nevermore, who is currently 2 seconds behind Sarah. Speaking of which, in the battle for second place, I think this is why Yoki just continues to cause trouble for Nemo, who now continues to lose a lot of time to the leader. Speaking of which, as the drivers continue to cross the line, and speaking of which, guess who's in 6th place?
The ASM artist herself, improving her position actually, up to 5th.
Yeah, and again, at the pillows just keeps on piling up and stacking up for her, as she now has a bigger cushion for her to, at the very least, propel herself forward into the championship standings. I am running out of pillow puns to use for let's just continue on with the rest of the race. We are now coming to 5 laps to go. And now Yoki's gonna think of a move down the inside against Nemo.
Yeah, Pillow Deer trying to stay firm in her position. You know, firm pillow.
Yeah, I know. I know firm pillows, but I don't know if they are comfortable for me. But anyways, she's now going to continue her climb up though with the move around the outside on the third and final corner. Pillow Deer continues to stack up her pillows to go further up if she wants to climb into something, and now she is climbing up into 4th place. But now, as with all pillow stacks, they're very firm, so any slip up here could be that she could be tumbling down into the floor. Hopefully there's a mattress to essentially soften her landing.
Oh, those are brilliant. Yeah. She's losing a bit of ground as Menace and Kohaku catching up to the ASM artist. Another driver in pit lane, Blaze Bug, who's been struggling in this championship.
Not a good day, not a good run for her so far. Blaze Bug having possibly a few bits of bruises on her legs. Did she check the bed bugs at night? I don't know.
Bit slow on the first turn, just trying to warm up her tires again. Just trying to restore some dignity that may have been lost, as Sky Sunforge having to stop at pit lane, just way down there, just struggling here. Would rather race on an oval and not on a street course.
Yeah, you know, some drivers, some of these talents, they work best on a specific type of track. I've known a good amount of drivers who are very good on the high speed road courses, and some people are street circuit specialists, some are oval specialists and all that stuff. We're seeing lots of specialists though. Yoki though coming into the pits though. I think it's a matter of her running out of fuel, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think. Yeah, well, lots of drivers coming to the pits. Lots of them.
Yeah, quite a few names up in there. An unusual.
It's a pit stop cycle.
Pit stop cycle. Pit stop shuffle.
Yeah, it's a pit. Yeah, the pit stop shuffle. We are going to be expecting a few more drivers to come into the pits, so it's going to be a fuel. It's going to be a fuel economy race from this point on. Not sure if we have actually seen members, these drivers run out of fuel, but we are going to be seeing. We're going to be seeing how this race continues to progress in its dying stages.
Sarah continues to lead. Here,
and Sky Sanford though.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Sky Sanford though, currently leading Sarah, but of course she's not actually leading Sarah. She is actually about to get lapped, possibly again. As you can see here, she is gonna get lapped again at this rate. But speaking of Nemo Nevermore's gap, which is now at 4 seconds, coming to the penultimate lap, and Sarah comes in.
Yeah, there's a few more drivers going into pit lanes as I'm having trouble pressing buttons. My fingers are being twitchy.
And Nemo Nevermore, Mamaki, Yume Kui. So it is going to be a straight up pit stop shuffle. It's now going to be a case of drivers overcutting and undercutting. If you pit early and have an open space in front of you, then it's going to be called an undercut. And now, as it stands right now, Mion Akuma is going to be using the undercut strategy to the best effect possible for her to actually take the race lead.
The former Aurora Life VR driver leading with 2 to go. Where did she start? Mion Akuma started off fourth it looks like, so.
And she actually pitted pretty early in the race too, if you notice, and she manages to actually hold on to the lead. Anyways, Blazebug continuing to have teething problems with her bug woes. Anyways, we're coming to the white flag, Dag. I'm absolutely intrigued to see to continue to check on to Mion's strategy call. Mion Akuma, of course, showing her potential last race at Richmond with a pole position, coming to the white flag. And speaking of which, ooh, I've got something lined up though, but of course we got Amy though chasing Pillow Deer for second place. She wants to take a pillow away from Pillow, as she's now a few stacks away from holding on to second place. Let's just see how it goes.
White flag is waved for Mion Akuma.
And speaking of which, we are now going to be seeing the final lap being started. Pillow Deer now in second place. She's gonna hold on for dear life on her hugging pillows. She is gonna see if she can find the armor. You can be using her armor to great effect for defense. As you may also know, pillows are also very, very soft, so they may just be able to soften the attack of certain objects or items or people. So of course Pillow Deer is gonna have a pretty decent fight for herself, a pillow fight if you will, and if she can bash into Amy's head as hard as she can, she might be able to hang on to second place while also sending Amy downwards without having to cause her too much damage.
Amy running out of turns in which to make a move on Pillow.
And even if Pillow does have any issues right now, remember she's in second place. She's got a massive cushion over the lower points position, so great result for her regardless. So anyways, Mion Akuma, let's welcome her home.
Oh, Amy has run out of fuel.
Fuel economy race.
But here comes Mion Akuma. Perfect pick strategy to give her the victory here in Chicago.
Well, I told you that we're going to be seeing closer finishes in the Pro 2000 races, and here we have it. Of course, Pillow Deer using the cushion to great effect to give her a very, very soft landing into a bed full of pillows. That is the P2 finish that she has right now. And in third place, Yoki, having endured a pretty interesting race, finishes third. And let's see the rest of the field here, shall we? Oh, someone stop! Someone stop! I think it's Mion Akuma! Mion Akuma, I think, stop in the middle of the track!
they're still few drivers that still have to finish.
Timo Nevermore slam into the back of her for good measure.
Luckily, she finished. Yeah, it was
Luckily,
still...
she finished, but if post-race inspections are a thing, she'll be disqualified.
Yeah, but it's the VTRP. It's the end of the race anyway. So it no matter. Just waiting for Sarah to finish, and then we should be done.
And speaking of which, Amy, by virtue of her starting the final lap in the lead lap, she will finish ahead of Sky Sanford. Just wanted to give you all a bit of a fun detail to ingest.
And Sarah is done. Yeah. Gonna finish 18th after having the lead for a bit. Just an unlucky finish for her.
Anyways, let's record the race results. Dag, you have your pen and paper ready. Let's see the results go the way of Mian Akuma, who finishes first, Pillow Deer second, Inami Yoki third, Nichihiro Miyu fourth, Zin Asua fifth, Kohaku Yumeko sixth, Nemo Nevermore seventh, Feromi Kaipa eighth, and Menace Mamaki in ninth, Kamiko Renona 10th, Naruto in 11th, Rain Cloud 12th, Amor Lamina is in 13th place. Let's see the drivers in 14th. On back is going to be Azumi in 14th, Velvet Valentine in 15th, Elio Lottel in 16th, and Blazebuck 17th, Sarah 18th, Me in 19th, and Sky Senford in 20th place. So let's see the standings get updated, and let's see who will continue to be in the lead.
All right, VTF Pro 2000 and points here, and we are going to be wrapping up now. And let's see, Amy, unlucky finisher for her. Starting off with a pole. It's going to get 3 points out from that. And despite that low finish for Elio, she still maintains a lead, but barely. 89 points for Elio and
Mian
Akuma. Where's
He's in second place.
Yeah,
I just want to remind you on one thing though. Sky Sanford, despite having a pretty bad result, because she finished with a win in the first place of the season at Gateway, she does take third place over Pillow Deer, who is tied on points with her.
Yeah, Pillow.
In fourth place with Nichihiro Miyu in fifth place.
That's your top 5 as they stand here in Pro 2000. So that's gonna do it for today. Oh man, Sarah had a chance for a win, but now finds herself currently in last place in 18 points. Elio still leading.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to point out one more thing though. Blazebug not having a great race so far. Sarah, this could have been a race for the taking for her, but at least she went for it's a better safe than sorry for as far as finishing perspectives go. But I'm not sure though, coming to the final few laps, if she does continue on without pitting, would she be able to finish regardless?
Maybe if the little R Factor demons don't end up being silly. Anyway, we're gonna wrap up for now.
Speaking of which, Dag, I am just going to leave a bit earlier than you. Thanks everyone for the stream here. Looking forward to the next races in February 14th and 15th. Love might be in the air for the next few rounds of the season. Speaking of which, Dag, I hope you have a great day ahead of you, as I'm just going to check off for now. Hope you're able to clip all of the pillow puns that I have dropped in the Chicago race, though. I hope you do.
Yes, well, hopefully I have them clipped out for you. Anyway, have a good night.
All right, anyways, Otadag. Otadag to you, Dag, I'll be heading off now.
All right, have a good night. Have a good night, Adak. Thanks again for to Adak for his very nice commentary and very fun pillow puns. Anyway, Valentine's Day, the evening of February 14th. I don't even know if that's the birthday of Velvet Valentine or what have you not. USA International, another 3/4 of a mile oval, and we're also going to be racing at Kota and Austin. So that's gonna do it. Gonna wrap up for now, and then we'll have Darlington and NOLA Motorsports Park on the 15th, and then Charlotte and Sebring to wrap up the first VTF season next Sunday. That's for next weekend, and Formula Hollow back for rounds 3 and 4 on the 23rd. And so I'm gonna get to watching the game as the tables keep showing up for some reason. Alright, have a good week ahead, and I'll see you for more action in the VTF Pro Championships coming your way. Take care, everyone. See you again on Friday night. Dag.